live and direct on YouTube from the Mexican border. I'm about to take you to the border, everybody. I'm here right now. This is going to be wild. All right, stay with me. We do have service right now. If I lose the service, I'll try to do something for you. All right, this is plugged in. Just make sure that I can keep you all charged up. You know, make sure you have your juice. Anybody in the chat yet? All right, there you go. They're all plugged in. You should be charging and very happy, like really, really happy. Let me know when you come in the chat. That way I know you're here and we're going to go drive up to the border together. I know that we've got like a little bit of the shadow banning thing going on. And whoop, I'm obviously very good at this too. Hey, that guy was waving. Cool. What's up, Nancy? All right, so it looks like my charge is not going to get the job done right now. So we're just going to go in raw. Ready? We're going raw. We're charging the border with a big Marine Corps flag and with an American flag on the back as usual. See that sign? Mexican border, 1/2 mile. So 1/2 mile to the Mexican border. Tell your friends. I know that notifications, even if you have them on, you're not going to get notified because of the shadow banning that's going on right now. But I have really exciting news for you about what we can do about the shadow ban. So here we go, guys. This is the border. Check it out. This is what it looks like. It says U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, Columbus, point of entry. So I'm at the Columbus point of entry. Customs and Border Patrol right here. And we are going to go to Family Dollar. Looks safer over here. All right, and so my goal is to go around. I'm south of the town of Deming, New Mexico. I'm south of Deming, New Mexico. And this is the Mexican border. You see the wall? Can you guys see the border wall back there in the background? So that is that's Mexico. That red Jeep over there going into Mexico. Oh, you can't see it. Hang on, let me zoom out. That red Jeep on the right is going into Mexico. He's actually going to work at Customs and Border Patrol, probably. Let me come up here and I'll show you guys the port of entry. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, I'm totally safe, you know, and I'm not going to go bother anybody, but I do want to get some good video, and then we're going to do some personal interviews, and, you know, if we come to be bothering anybody, we'll just leave, right? Or if they bother us, whatever, we'll leave. So here we go. Check it out, everybody. This is the border. You can see that these people just crossed. They don't look very threatening. Up, everybody, come on. What's up? Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I'm here in the Beast. I have my guitar just in case we need to play a song, you know, to anybody, and have some extra fuel. What I really want to talk to you guys about is this permit system right here. I was down in Big Bend National Park and actually had 4 illegal immigrants cross into the United States across the Rio Grande. I was camping on the Rio Grande, and 4 illegal immigrants came across the border, across the river, through my campsite. So of course, I drew my weapon and tried to repel them. I was only successful repelling 2. 2 of them were on mules, not horses, I don't think, but mules. Look, this is just coming across the border right now. These ladies, their vehicles were waiting. All right, let me get out of their way. I'm gonna have a reason to yell at me. And there's a big cross up there by the border. Can you guys see it right there? There's a big white cross. All right, nobody behind me. I'm gonna go park over here, and then I'll try to take you guys closer, and we'll just go have a little look-see. See what's going on. All right, here's some of the communications infrastructure, right, that are associated with keeping the border safe, it looks like, right in front of us. Sweet. You got your book. Awesome. So I haven't even seen a copy of my own book, but I did hear that if you were one of the first 10 people to order the book, there may be a printing issue. If there is a printing issue, just hit return or send me a message and I'll send you 2 free copies that are totally updated. So anybody who orders the book now is perfect. There may have been like a little bleed over with the printing issue if you were one of like 10 people. So hello to everybody. Let me say hi. I see you guys in here. I see Birdie. I see Tracy. Private Eye for Freedom. I'll take it. Come on. Welcome, buddy. Karen is in here. All right. Eric and Doris, longtime listeners. Love you guys. How are you? Sunkissed, hey. Rhonda G in the house. A special thank you to all of the moderators. You guys are incredible, and my hat's off to you, even though I haven't brushed my hair since I got out of the shower. But you get the raw, real deal with me. You know that. All right. So we're here on the Mexican border. We're south of the town of Deming in New Mexico. And my goal is to take you around and let you see what's up on the border. You know, this is my first time here. So we're going to explore this together. And we don't want to bother anybody who's doing work, but I do want to share some statistics with you because it looks like, according to Customs and Border Patrol, the documented crossings that have happened in just the last couple months, let me pull it up so I don't give you the bad data, exceed 200,000 individuals. In October, it looks like it was 231,277 individuals. In November of last year, which is part of fiscal year 2023, it was 234,896 in the month of November alone, documented. How many people you think are sneaking in here? You know what I mean? Not documented. It happens, from what I hear. December, 251,487. That's where the data ends. I'm getting that from the Customs and Border Patrol website, cbp.gov. So I assume that it's more credible than other data we're going to access. The most credible data would be just talking to these Border Patrol officers, giving them a little whiskey, you know, letting them relax a little bit, and, you know, asking them some questions. But I don't think that's going to happen. So amazing to see you guys. Sylvia, awesome to see you. Thank you guys for coming into the chat. Awesome to see you. I just did want to tell you one thing. Thanks to Elon Musk, we all know that shadow banning is real, right? And I don't know if you guys saw the video on Rumble where I hacked the Teslas or whatever, you know, where I used my voice to open the charging ports of the Teslas. That's a harmless thing, and it's because he's my favorite CEO, so I wanted to try to work on a project for him. Oh, thanks, Kathy. $5. That's super cool. Smash the thumbs up so folks know he's back. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Thanks a lot. So let me just turn you around. I'll show you again. We're right here at the Mexican border. This is my view. I have flag right here. Okay. This is the Mexican border right here, guys. See the American flag? So we are right at the border, and you can see vehicles coming and going, and it says it's illegal to carry firearms and ammunition into Mexico. I wonder if it's illegal to... We're just going to leave everything right here, I think, and we're going to just walk up there. A peaceful little citizen. I'm peaceful when I carry, but, you know, you don't want to make federal law enforcement officers uncomfortable in any way. Right. All right. Because they have tremendous power. So here's the deal, my friends. I want to talk to you about some things that are going on. But today's show is going to highlight immigration, right? Mexican border. And I think that as we look at immigration here on the Mexican border, we need to think about different perspectives. Hold on. You ordered my book and it's going to be there tomorrow, Sherry. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Thank you. If you want to check out my book, go to us-sos.com or go on Amazon and type in U.S. School of Survival, and it'll come right up. Okay. And every American should read it yesterday, according to the first 5-star review that I received on Amazon, thanks to Tommy B. So I don't know if Tommy B. Bushnell is Plumber B, but thank you very much to Tommy B. for putting that 5-star review on Amazon. That was so cool to wake up and see that. So it meant a lot to me. I wrote this book for you, for the Patriot community, and frankly, for our military and for other groups who need to be able to operate at a high level in the wilderness, because this information isn't aggregated in this way otherwise. But anyway, push that aside. We're here to talk about immigration. And frankly, if you are a Customs and Patrol agent, I've really been trying to advertise to them. They could get a lot of use out of this book as well. So when we look at immigration, what are the perspectives? The perspectives are probably, hey, in my country, it sucks because there's cartel, there's no safety, there's not as much opportunity. Government can't keep me safe in Mexico. I can't access as much food in Mexico. I can't access as much education in Mexico. Therefore, let me come to America and access food, safety, clothing, education, opportunity, right? that which we refer to as the American dream. That's probably one perspective related to immigration. Another perspective is all these people are coming in here from some other country and they're driving on our roads, wearing our roads down sooner. They're eating the food out of our grocery stores. They're going to the bathroom and filling up our septic sewage systems. I don't know, right? Other opinions. They're creating strain on and draining from our economy. And then, there's an argument about, well, what kind of work are they putting into the economy? And then there's the question of, well, how is that taxed and where does that money go and where is it spent? Right. So I think that there's a lot related. But what I like to do on the show is just ask you guys if you could maybe just put in the chat in one sentence, what's the first sentence that comes to your mind related to immigration? What is it? What is your perspective, or what is the first sentence that comes into your mind related to immigration? And I'm really interested in aggregating and pulling in and then combining all the different perspectives from all the different Americans. And you guys are a wonderful subset of Americans. So put in the chat, what do you think about immigration? Where do you get my book? Go on Amazon, amazon.com. Just type U.S. School of Survival. It comes right up. Additionally, you can go to my website, s-sos, the U.S. School of Survival.com, and that'll link you right to Amazon. Or I'm going to talk with Sylvia. Sylvia, are you feeling better, by the way? I went back and I looked at the chat from the last video, Sylvia, and I saw that you weren't feeling well. So are you feeling better? And I'm sorry that I was so distracted during that video that I asked you then. How are you? Okay, I'm seeing some stuff here. Increases crime is one perspective. Sylvia's much better, had a stomach bug. Okay, all right. Legally okay, Robin says. Legal immigration is good. Jackie says immigration is out of control. I agree. I think it is out of control right now. I think that it actually got so bad that we saw Customs and Border Patrol. Let me show you again. We're at the Mexican border, everybody. We're on the Mexican border right now. We're getting ready to go out and conduct interviews. But this is the Mexican border crossing point right here. You can see the signs. And I'm actually on the far side of the Customs and Border Patrol signage. That sign is actually over here. And if you scroll back video, you'll see that. But I'm on the other side of the border side. And within the gate over here. And I got some really good waves and thumbs up from some of the Border Patrol agents as they were coming into work. They saw my Marine Corps flag and my messaging. And I'm certainly advertising to Border Patrol. A couple of days ago, I drove into tried to drive into a NASA facility. I was intercepted by their security, who are very, very talented at what they do. And I explained to the gentleman that I was only there so my cell phone data would say that I was there, and so he would do a report on me, which would cause his supervisor to Google my website and book. And he laughed and said, Semper Fi, told me it was a good idea. So I did the same thing in an Army base. I drove to the Army base in Las Cruces, and there's an area where the semi-trucks can stage before they go on to the base. And I drove into that area behind the gates, and I did donuts around a security camera. And then I got out and held my book up so they could see the book. And I gave them a thumbs up, saluted, and drove away. So I'm trying to advertise in unconventional ways. When I was in business classes, they call it guerrilla marketing. You know what I mean? All right, sweet. All right, so I'm looking at your perspectives, and let's see what we have here. It says, Karen says they need to meet all the criteria and language. I like that. Somebody tells me to be careful. Krista says, be careful. Don't worry, I'm very careful, and I don't want to be too presumptuous, but I think God has my back. All right. Billy Bob is showing American flags. William Robert, I appreciate that, sir. Well, my business partner came here illegally from Mexico. She's more American than most Americans. So I've heard people say that. Melissa from Texas is saying that. And I've heard people say that. And I've worked with people who have come here from either U.S. territories or from other countries who have served in the United States military on a pathway, the people from outside the country on a pathway to citizenship. And they've been incredible citizens. So I hear this. I hear what you're saying. You can serve in the military on a pathway to citizenship. T-Land says it's broken. Slim says closed border. My Eric and Doris say my ancestors and how they came to America, including on the Mayflower, and all of them didn't get any handouts from the government. Well, they created the government, one. And two, you're only a Mayflower person. You guys came like so far so long after Jamestown. Never mind. We'll talk about it later. My family's been here for a long time too, and Sylvia's family. All right. You guys ready to go and check out? The beast is running. It's running great. Come here legally. I like that. You ordered a book. Cool. For Fort Sill, Oklahoma. You said Fort Sill, Oklahoma, one of my books. Sylvia, you're amazing. Thank you. To everybody who ordered one of my books, I have all your names on a list. Thank you so much. I've ordered the books. I get them on the 19th. So once I get the books on the 19th, oh, here goes one. You think he's coming in or going out? All right. I get the books on the 19th. I'm going to sign them, and I'm going to send them out to you after that. So if you want a signed copy of the book, you just send me cash on Cash App or Venmo. Send me your address in an email or on that transaction, and I'm going to send you a copy of the book. So let me hop out real quick. I'm going to grab, what do we call that big thing? We're going to grab a tripod, and I'll be right back. I'm going to throw my keys on the ground, too. All right, here we go. Going to the border. Hope I don't get captured. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. All right, y'all ready to rock? Cool. Here we go. I probably have some kind of like battery thing that I can bring with me, but that seems like a lot to do right now. So we're just going to roll like this, and if we end up losing the video, hey, I'm sorry. I'll try to jump back on with you guys in a little bit. So, cool. First, a little advertising. See? Uh-oh. That's not where this goes. That's one of the most important messages we can send to the kids, too, right there. Right? Leaders are readers. So let's try to keep people motivated. You know I'm always flying the flag of the United States and the flag of the United States Marine, aka the standard. And this is the border, guys. This is what it looks like down here. There's a big open lot, which is where I parked. It's next to a Family Dollar. And you can see the fencing, right? Check out the fencing that goes all the way down here. Are y'all able to see that? I hope you're able to see that. If not, I'll walk you up there in a little bit, okay? So, guys, this is a time for you to have a discussion as well about what you think about immigration, right? And so it's okay to just kind of put out subjective comments, right? How do you feel or what do you think? But also, if you could cite public policy and talk about which public policies you agree with or don't necessarily agree with, I think it would, you know, make the discussion more valuable. Hey, there goes a Border Patrol officer. He's probably like, what the heck is written on that guy's truck? You can see it. Cool. All right. Yeah, guys, keep me in the chat that way. All right, good. Build the wall, I know. Did you all see, if you want to talk about policy, let's talk about what the governors of Arizona and Texas did, respectively. Right? What did Governor Abbott do in Texas at the border? Does anybody know? Put it in the chat, guys. I'm going to set up the tripod. If you're smart, or if you pay attention to, you know, what's going on in the news, maybe, I don't know if we can trust all that or not. Maybe you're smart not to. What did Governor Abbott do in Texas related to the Mexican border? Who can tell me? Well, one of his policies included like really stringent searches. So like really trying to search, and I'll tell you now while we're here, right? But Governor Abbott in Texas implemented policies where they really did tough searches on all the vehicles coming in and created huge lines going back into Mexico of people trying to come into the United States, such that the government of the United States had to negotiate with the government of Mexico, federal governments, to get something done. Okay? Y'all make sure I'm safe, right? To get something done. There are a lot of cameras around and a lot of border patrol, so we know we're safe, right? That's what Governor Abbott did in Texas. What happened in Arizona? They said, hey, there's a big freaking hole in the border, right? We need you guys to support us. So they put shipping containers, and they blocked the border with shipping containers. Governor Abbott in Texas also took migrants, put them on buses, and sent the buses to the vice president's house. the Naval Observatory, where I've gone with many semi-trucks several times. Maybe you were with me, right? So Governor Abbott has sent illegal immigrants on illegal immigrants that they captured on buses to Martha's Vineyard and to the vice president's house at the Naval Observatory, which is wonderful. In Arizona, you see that shipping containers were placed up to create border fencing and a border wall. And just to zoom in for you guys, I'll show you what's going on here. Let me fix my screen, but you can see the message. Now leaving the United States of America, and God forbid we ever have to do that again, but you can see people coming in here after having completed searches, right? Check it out. Check it out. They're taking the containers down. Right, Jackie, you're exactly right. Good job paying attention to public policy. They're taking the containers down because there was a federal lawsuit against the state of Arizona where they threatened to pull a bunch of funding money unless they took the containers down. And then on the back channel, they promised a bunch of money if they did agree to take the containers down. Now, whether or not that money's been delivered for services, I don't know. Look, it looks like these people come across and then they get in a van. And this van is going to take them somewhere. I'm at the border right now, guys. This is it. This is the Mexican border. You can see it happening right here. What do you guys think is happening? That's right. He also sent them to New York. Very good job. Always about the money. I think you're right in many ways. I mean, if you read Ecclesiastes, it says that every problem can be solved in the short term with enough money. Right? So this is it, guys. We're on the Mexican-American border. I'm south of Deming, New Mexico. We just watched a group come in. Here's the guy who's going to drive them, I'll bet. We saw children and women coming across right here together as what appeared to be I don't know if you call it a family unit. I don't know if there's a gentleman or how they define family unit. Maybe accompanied versus unaccompanied minors. But you can see how this is working, right? Like this is how people come into the United States. Right here. This is it. You're seeing it live. Now, they might have completed a search because they came out of this. Let me swing you over. They came out of this building right here, right? And they came down over here to the right. And they walked right there across the borderline. And then they hopped into this van, which was waiting for them. So maybe these guys just come regularly and pick people up and take them wherever. I'll give you a license plate, but I don't see one. We'll get one when they leave. All right, this is what it looks like here on the border. Has anybody ever been here? That's right, the love of money is the root of all evil. That is exactly right. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. So you can see this person going across right now, and they're going past. There's a whole set of camera systems right there on the other side of the green light. I'll try to zoom it in for you. He's going through right now. So right there on the other side of this. And it looks like this guy's on the phone, so he's probably waiting on a few more people. He's like, where are you guys? We've got to go. You know, this is taking forever. Cool. Let's just move over here and see if we can't get a little bit better view. Crazy. I don't know what this is. Is that in Mexico or is that in U.S. Custom Border? Agencia Aduana. Okay. You guys see that? There's that red van loading up. We'll just go over here. Oh, they have a trailer system on it too. Sweet. All right, here we go. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like a port of entry to me. And right now I am south of Deming. Do you see the sign on the left? Can you guys read the signs from where you are? You crossed the border from California. Aruba Dive Gal. Cool. Hey, Aruba Dive Gal, I'm really sorry I couldn't meet you in Florida. Logistically, the timing just didn't work for me this time. I apologize. I really want to see you guys. I think what you're doing is amazing. But I thought it was safer and more appropriate for me to miss that one. And I'm sorry that I did. Look forward to hopefully having the opportunity to work with you guys again. And again, what you guys are doing is great. Oh, you crossed the border in El Paso. Yeah, down to Juarez. There's a great Terry Allen song called The Juarez Device. It's a little bit off color. It looks like some more people are coming in from the Mexico side now. And you can just walk right across and walk right back. Just make sure you have your passport with you, you know what I mean? You have to have a passport if you want to cross into Mexico. And when I was down at Big Bend National Park, you can actually cross there at Boquillas. You can actually cross the border right there as well. Hey, there's some kids. They're all waving about to cross the border. Cool. They're all excited. Vamos a Mexico, you know, we're going to Mexico. And here's some people walking in on foot. You see? So they're going through the port of entry, and then I'm going to show you this van on the right, you know. They're getting ready to leave right now, and so there should be a license plate on the van and a license plate on the trailer. And it makes you wonder where they're going, you know. Who knows? They came in legally. I guess they go wherever. How does it work? Here we go. Just came across, nice and chill, all dressed up. Not all are vetted, it says. Yeah, I agree. See if she goes to the van too. Oh, she's making for the building, for the other vehicle. And this is what it looks like. I'm south of Deming, New Mexico. I think it's called Columbus, the Columbus Port of Entry. And that's where you leave, but nobody wants to leave. You want to go to Mexico? I have a passport. You want to go to Mexico? Are you allowed to live stream in Mexico? I don't know. I'd really like to talk to some of the Customs and Border Patrol officers, but, you know, when you're running a live stream, they probably don't want you to come up and talk to them. I could never bring myself to do it. I talked the trash before, but no way. Can you guys read the sign? No desire to go. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to stay in America. But this is how you do it. You just walk right across it. You just walk right back. You just come over here. And then if you go to processing, you'll be over there in processing, and they have restrooms. And you can see right over there is the border wall, right? I'm going to give you guys a good shot of the border wall. Oh, there goes the van. Hold on, I'll give you guys a good shot of the van first. They gone. Where are they going? Nowhere. Jared says, extra hey there, my Patriot friend just got on. Thank you for you. You made my day. Love you, Patriot. Hey, love you guys too. Thank you very much for your very kind words. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's in there's no front plate, but they had a rear plate. It was New Mexico plate, it looks like. And so you can see the border wall right here, right? Check out the fence. They call this fencing, but that's a dang wall, right? Isn't it cool? Here comes another person. I knew a gunnery sergeant who had a truck that was the same exact color. This gunnery sergeant was a teacher at Engineer Training Area 3. So if that guy's watching, what's up, Gunny? Same exact color. I couldn't believe that he painted his truck that color. But, you know, it's all about freedom. And if that's the color you want your truck to be, I think that's awesome. There are much worse things in the world than a purple truck. Hey, how are y'all? I'm doing a live stream. Yeah, please come through. Could I ask you a question? I just have Americans. A lot of them are older Americans from all over the country, and they're just watching to see what happens at the Mexican border. And I was just wondering if you could tell me what immigration is or what it means to you. Because I understand there are multiple competing perspectives, right?
Well, here it's just real peaceful.
Yes, sir. It seems peaceful. Is it okay if I put you guys on camera?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Here it's just real peaceful. There's no trouble.
Yes, sir.
The border guards on both sides are courteous. They're stern.
Yes, sir.
And they're serious, but they're courteous, and
That's what we want, I think. Or
what?
I think that's what you'd want
That's exactly
from
what
someone
you
in that
want.
role.
Yeah, we come down here for years. We used to be none of this.
Mhm.
You just walk across the street, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's not like Juarez or someplace like that.
I see. So this is a much safer area. And what kinds of folks do you see crossing here compared to a place like Juarez?
Well, all sorts of Juarez, but here it's mostly locals or
people who need dental work.
Yes, ma'am. So a lot of people have talked about the theme of medical tourism, where folks can access a better rate of comparable medical care in a country. So were you saying maybe going to Mexico, one can access less expensive dental care?
That's why
yes,
I'm
we
here.
do. Yes, we do.
This can help a lot of my friends. So a lot of us don't have access to healthcare for different reasons.
It's a quarter of the price here.
So 25% of the price for dental care in Mexico.
Yes.
And you can just park right in that parking lot where we were
We're down
Where
there.
that road, which is
and park right here and just walk right in.
Yeah, it's world class. It's world class dental care.
And so if they give you prescriptions for medication after the surgery, are you able to bring those back across the border? Or do you just get a drone and fly it over and drop it
Well,
out?
you get some here
no,
or do
get
that.
'em here.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, this is a good
fraction
setup
of the
for
cost.
people who, we live in Santa Fe, so we drive down here and drive through the desert, spend the night in Deming.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this is a good setup.
I live just north of you, but in southern Colorado. That same area. Same corridor. What advice would you have for Americans? Or is there anything that you'd like to tell a disparate group of Americans, just in general? Maybe my channel is really related to freedom. So it's a freedom in the United States. But is there anything that you think Americans could maybe do better? Is there anything we can do better as a country?
Oh
Right?
my God, healthcare.
We think so too. So healthcare, that's a big one. And it's been wonderful to get this primary source of intelligence.
Well, from what I read about the way the borders run other places, we need to protect our borders, but we need to do it humanely.
Yes, sir.
That's it in a nutshell. Because the people that come across from Central America, they're desperate. And I know we need to protect our borders. I think we must protect our borders, but to do it with, I'm not, do it humanely, not just segregating children away. I don't think they're doing it.
Right. There has to be a way to have control and safety over the situation. But at the same time, how does one humanely detain someone? And there are levels of it. There's certainly levels of humanity, of application of humanity.
So what are you doing this for? I mean,
I'm doing this for America. I think that there's so much that we can do.
I mean, you have an organization you work with or what?
Yeah, I'm the Chief Voluntary Officer at Capable Americans Responding Everywhere, CARE, and I'm the Director of the U.S. School of Survival, so us-sos.com. Just, wrote a book, and I have my truck over there, trying to draw awareness. I train government agencies and game wardens and park rangers and hippies and guides and, citizens and Ivy League schools and everybody. But this is about pulling the primary source intelligence out of my fellow Americans, right, out of other citizens. What is it that you think is normal and real based on your socio-psychological condition, right, the things you've experienced in life? And so I go around the country with all of these wonderful thousands of people, and we try to make things better where we can, and we try to call out what could be made better and also offer solutions and support instead of just creating problems.
Well, here, it's, I suppose, as good as it's going to be.
Cool. I'm glad I came here then instead of somewhere else.
So Juarez, I mean, I don't know if you've been to Juarez, but it's a huge,
I have,
it's a
of
huge
course,
city.
in El Paso. Yeah.
You know what that's like.
Yes, sir.
But
So do you
here-
think there's more cartel, criminal activity, drug activity in that area, or would they target a nice quiet place like this to try to exploit?
So far as I can tell, they haven't.
Okay.
But I guess we wouldn't really know. I mean, we don't come down here all the time. Yeah, it used to be. I mean, the Mexican border presence is a lot more serious than it used to be.
Okay. And we've heard about some investments going to Obrador, right, in Mexico to try to strengthen things, especially when those caravans of migrants were coming up in thousands. There was a tremendous investment from the United States to Mexico to say, please address this at your southern border so we don't have to address it at ours. I don't know. Rome did the same thing, I guess.
Okay, well, nice to talk
Thank
to
you, sir. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you go on YouTube, it's Patriot X-Ray Vision. Just all one word, Patriot X-Ray Vision. And,
May I ask what your
thank you.
YouTube
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
what you do is worthwhile.
Thank you.
I mean, you know, I'm as patriotic as anybody, but we can't rely on the government to take care of us.
And we agree. We agree with that statement. And when we see things that could be done better by those in responsible charge, positions of responsible charge, whether they're elected or appointed, we address that.
Good.
We don't lay down and continue to take it.
That was called Patriot.
Patriot X-ray vision. Yes, ma'am. Just one word.
It's that sort of fun job, like it seems like,
I think so.
traveling around.
It's in alignment with my values, and I'm trying to make things better instead of leaving and moving to the islands and being a bartender for the rest of my life. I'm also a Marine veteran, right?
Yeah.
With a lot of friends who have who have literally laid it down for our freedom. And when I see our freedoms continuously eroded, our freedom of speech, right, our Fourth Amendment rights, through technology now, anyone can access our phones at any time and read anything on it. So our Fifth Amendment rights have been completely eroded as well.
Well,
So those are things I think could be done better.
that's a concern for everybody. But
Yes, sir.
but here on the border, both the Mexicans and the Americans, are very professional.
Good.
No hassles, and I haven't seen hassle any Mexicans. Although if someone, I mean, they're on the lookout for people they deem undesirable.
Yeah, of course. Of course, they have a high level of training. Absolutely. Some really cool tools.
Okay.
Nice to talk to y'all. Hope you have a great day. Hey, how are you doing?
How are you?
Good. ¿Cómo están ustedes? I'm just saying, how's it going in Spanish?
Oh.
You know, yeah. That's-
Practice in Spanish.
Necesito practicar, señor. Sí.
Very good.
Espero que tenga buen día.
Make you bilingual.
Yeah, I need to practice. What? So that was fun to talk to these guys over here, this couple. And they were coming here for dental work. This is called medical tourism, when you come from one country to go to a different country to have a medical procedure done because it's more affordable. Oh yeah, business cards are a great idea, Corbell. That's an awesome idea. So how did you guys like it? Did you like how I presented what we do on the channel, or did you think that was a bad way to do it, or what? What's up, man? How's it going? He did not want to talk to me. All right, you liked it. Okay. It was hard to hear them. Oh, okay. Well, they were saying they agree with a lot of what you guys would say. Maybe you'd be able to go back and hit the closed caption buttons, and they'd be able to pull it from there. I do have a new phone. I was able to get a new phone. So obviously I'm not using it today. I'm sorry, guys. So hopefully you're going to get a little bit better audio in the future. And when I've tried using the different microphones, none of them work. They just seem to make it much worse. But this is the border. We're in southern New Mexico right now. We just interviewed a nice couple who was from Santa Fe. And if you weren't able to hear it, I'll show you what's behind me, right? So you guys can see it's just a lot over here. I'm parked back here in this lot. And this is the southern border. There's really just like a Family Dollar down here. And then this is the Border Patrol facility right here. And then this is the crossing point right here. And I have cameras all around me. I feel very, very safe. We're good to go. We have people watching our backs who are doing a wonderful job as professionals here. And we really have to get the Border Patrols back, okay? There are different law enforcement groups that we really want to support, and some who we want to see do better. DC Metropolitan Police, we want to see them do better. Customs and Border Patrol, they're doing an awesome job, right? And they're doing so well for us despite not being supported with policies in Washington, D.C., which must make it very, very difficult for the officers here on the ground. For example, they documented over 250,000 contacts with people coming across the border in the last 3 months on record in the fiscal year. All right, that's a lot of people. And then when they capture people who come across illegally, they're just let go. They're put on buses and they're given money and they're sent to cities. So it must be tremendously frustrating for these officers to risk their lives to keep us safe and then to have those people ripped away from them. In fact, I think it's horrible. And I think that Secretary Mayorkas could do a much better job as the Secretary of Homeland Security, which oversees Customs and Border Patrol. So I just respectfully encourage that gentleman to support his people with the policies and the tools they need instead of just kissing up to the president. You know what I mean? He's a punk. Anyway, and you saw that because the Customs and Border Patrol officers rose up, you know. in a rebellion, and he had to come and meet with them, and they were yelling at him. I saw the leaked cell phone video. You can Google it. You can also Google the video of Paul Pelosi being hit in the head with a hammer. So if you just Google Paul Pelosi body cam, you're going to see the police open the door, and this guy who's dressed is holding a hammer. Paul Pelosi has no pants on. He's wearing black boxer shorts. He's wearing no socks, no shoes. He has a drink in his left hand in a glass, and he's smiling and giggling and stumbling around trying to grab the hammer. So he's clearly drunk and naked with another man, and that's why we didn't see the body camera video earlier. All right, here's some people coming across the border. Can you guys see them? The guy also said it was very safe here, and it was very different than a border situation in a town like Juarez. You can see all these guys have disabled tags on their vehicles. I wonder if they're coming down here for medical tourism as well. All right. So I think it's very interesting to see. You can absolutely go see that body cam, okay? Somebody said, what, X-ray, do the Mexican cross, illegal too. I don't know what that means. Do they cross illegally over here? Yeah, absolutely. Do we cross illegally over there? Yeah, sometimes. They sent a whole bunch of kids to Tennessee. Oh my God. So this is what it looks like down here, guys. People come across the border. This was the guy who just came across. He had a vehicle waiting for him. Tinted out windows right there. You see this guy? That was the guy who came across with the chain, the big silver chain. He had a vehicle waiting for him. And again, we have cameras all around, so we're very, very safe right here. We feel very, very good and safe right here. This is a beautiful cross. We should actually check it out. It says that immigrants make the U.S. great, and I agree that immigrants make the United States great. I absolutely agree. Legal immigrants. Oh, cool, Jerry. We met in Butte. Nice to see you, man. Thank you for coming into the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. NYC mayor is sending them to Canada. Oh, my goodness. It says, in loving memory of the immigrants who have died in the desert in search for a better dream, and to all the Border Patrol and law enforcement agents who have lost their lives protecting our borders. So we see this symbol here to both, right? To both groups. Not just to one group or to the other, but to both groups. Okay? I see Rollins Towing in the house. What's up, my man? Great to see you, Rollins. I hope that your whole family is doing well, man. It was great to meet your whole family there in DC on the National Mall. And Rollins Towing, he's a small business owner who lives in the DC metro area, an African-American gentleman who was awesome to get to know. His kids were, his kid was great on the big wheel. His kid was awesome. And his wife was very nice to meet as well. So Rollins Towing, man, big shout out. Thank you for coming and joining us. It was really cool to meet you and to work with you. And thanks for being on the chat, bro. Yep, I'm south of Deming. This is actually like the American line right here. Can you guys read that sign? It says, now leaving the United States of America. And that's right here. And it goes over to there. So I'm just like staying in America. And that's like the no man's land crossing point right there, right? And then there's Mexico on the other side. Here's a group of people. So this is the true at the border. This is what's actually going on today. I'm south of a town called Deming in New Mexico. And the reason that this is, specifically important to us is because more than 250,000, more than 250 individuals are coming into the United States legally every month for the last 3 months. Over 250,000 individuals per month. And that's just the documented individuals. So tremendous amount of people bringing a tremendous amount of skills and talent into the United States, and then a tremendous amount of Americans going into Mexico to access things like medical care, because medical care is too expensive in America, right? So we've talked to people who are pursuing medical tourism and people who are pursuing financial opportunities as well, and social opportunities, right? Hey, how's it going? Could I ask you all one question? I have a live stream with people from all around the country on it, all different ages, and I was just wondering if you could tell me, like, what is immigration? Or why are you here? What is the border? And I understand there are multiple competing perspectives.
Are we filming right now?
We're on YouTube Live. Yes, sir.
We are?
You're live.
We are coming across the border to have fun.
Cool, so social.
And buy something.
to buy some stuff and have a good social time.
Exactly.
I hope you all have a wonderful time. Thanks for stopping and talking to me. So we've talked to people who are here for financial reasons, people who are here for social reasons, and people who are here for medical reasons. Pretty cool. We're alive? We got an answer. That was cool. We're all humans, right? We believe in God. The cross is fitting. I think so too. I think the cross is great. And I love how the cross is dedicated to both sides, right? Not just one side, but to both sides. People from both sides of the border is what I mean by that. So. Pretty cool, right? It's a beautiful cross. I agree. So, hey, I did order the books. I don't know if I told you guys, but for those of you who sent me money to Cash App or to Venmo for one of my books, which is available on Amazon as well, I've ordered the books. I'm going to get them on the 19th. Then I'll sign them and I'll send them out. If you want a copy, this is your last chance, right? Because I only purchased 150 of the books in this order, and some of them are being sold to independent bookstores and also to outfitter and guide shops and to like outdoor gear stores. So if you want one, this will be the last chance. Let's say you have 1 week in this order. Sylvia, how much should we charge? We did 25. I realized that I'm going to have shipping costs that are going to hit me a little bit. So it doesn't need to be much more than that, but maybe a little bit more. Let's say if you send me at least $25, send me whatever you want. And some of you like Karen, thank you so much, Karen, for sending a little bit more. I really appreciate that. That was very nice of you. So super cool. Thank you guys for being in the chat. Please continue to put your perspectives about immigration and about border security in the chat. We've seen people who are here today for social reasons, for financial reasons, and for medical reasons. And it's important to keep your mind open when you're looking at a big national policy question like immigration and border control. It's a big issue, right? So we need to keep a very open mind, and we need to think about all the policy actors who are involved. Check it out. I think they're going to search this vehicle over here. Can you guys see that? Oh, they're looking around in this guy's vehicle. Okay, get him, boys. And that might be, I don't know if you can see or not. There you go, cool. Yeah, it's absolutely safe to cross the border. You can do it anywhere along the border. One place that's especially safe is in Big Bend National Park. It's called Carmen de Boquillas. And you can just drive through the national park where there's U.S. Parks Police and there are Customs and Border Patrol agents. And then there are also like BORTAC and BORSTAR agents in the area. And if you guys don't know what BORTAC, B-O-R-T-A-C, and BORSTAR, B-O-R-S-T-A-R, are, you should look them up. And if you have kids or grandkids, friends who are interested in serving America and they want to work in the wilderness, they can maybe be a Border Patrol or a BORTAC or a BORSTAR officer, which is a great profession, right? A really honorable profession. Cool, right? So I just want to come and show you guys this, but Boquillas del Carmen is a great spot, and that's just down in Big Bend National Park. You can get on a boat, a rowboat, and they take you into Mexico, and you party and have a good time and come back. There's a Robert Earl Keen song about that, Texas country music. It's called Gringo Honeymoon. Gringo Honeymoon is the song about that place. Here's somebody else coming in, right? Heading back. What's up, man? Hey, can I interview you for my YouTube channel? Está bien, estoy aquí con YouTube. ¿Puedo hablar con usted? ¿Una pregunta? Okay. Yeah, ¿cómo está? Me llamo Juan.
¿Se llama Juan?
Yeah, me llamo
Yo
Juan.
también me llamo Juan.
También, Juan. Hey, everybody, this is John. You know, so Juan and Juan. ¿Qué hace aquí en Estados Unidos? Y es muy, like, ¿hay seguridad aquí? ¿Está bien? ¿O es peligroso?
Está bien la seguridad.
Perfecto. ¿Y qué hace aquí?
Pues venía con mi tía de su casa.
Otra vez. Oh, su tía vive aquí.
Sí.
So the gentleman, Juan's aunt, his aunt lives here, and he just came to visit his aunt and say hi, which is cool.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot. ¿Qué quiere decir a la gente de Estados Unidos. ¿Hay alguien que quieres decir a toda la gente de Estados Unidos? I says if there's something, I'll give you time, tiempo para pensar. If there's something to say to all of Americans.
Como que pregunta, o sea,
De algo, aquí por el frontero.
ajá.
Necesito practicar mi español, me lo siento, pero ¿qué piensa de las leyes de este frontero entre México y Estados Unidos?
Pues yo digo que está bien eso de que
Porque puedes ir y regresar
sí,
sin
luego
problema.
está pegado aquí todo junto.
Perfecto. Muchas gracias, señor. Espero que buen día.
Gracias.
Tenga buen día, man. Cool. All right, so Juan was cool. He was here to visit his aunt, right? His aunt, his tia, T-I-A, who lives over here, and she hooked him up with some chips and a drink, and he's walking back, and I asked him, hey, do you think it's safe here? And he said, yeah, it's really safe. He can just walk over and come back anytime he wants. So, and you can see him just walking into Mexico over there, right? There he goes. Juan's just walking into Mexico. Nobody checks him on the way in. He could be bringing it. He just goes right into Mexico. But when you come back, they check you. All right. When you come back, they check you. So Juan was saying, and could you guys hear him? Could you hear him talking? He was saying that he just came over to see his aunt. He said it's very safe in the area. There's not crime. It's not dangerous. And he said he thinks that everything here on the border is great because he can just come across and go back whenever he wants. Cool, right? Tell him to tell his relatives to vote for Trump, Rick. Rick Rex says. You could hear him. Okay, cool. And yeah, I could just walk over, just walk right back. I'm not leaving America. I'm not going to leave America right now. I'm actually going to dig in and try to make America better. That's what I'm going to do. So that's how it happens, right? Yeah, I don't know if this is the crisis right here. But what we are seeing are the numbers, right? And when we talk to those first people, they say that a lot of people are crossing here for medical tourism to access medical care for a third of the cost in Mexico, which I thought was very interesting. So if you go back, there was a couple from Santa Fe, and that couple was very nice. And they said that they were here. They've been coming here for years, but they were down here to cross to get medical care. So we've seen people for social stuff like family. We saw the other group of 4 people, 2 men and 2 women, who were here to party, he said, and just to buy some stuff. And then this kid was here to visit his aunt. Oh, what's up, Barbie? It's great to see you too. Awesome to see all you guys. I'm seeing X-Ray. Next time you cross the Indiana border, can you sign my book? Yes, of course. It would be my honor to sign your book, you. And thank you to everybody who bought the book. Right up. Been selling a lot of copies, and I mentioned this earlier, but if you're one of like 10 people, you might have a little bit of a printing issue. Just take a picture of it, send me an email, and I'll send you 2 clean copies, or you can return it through Amazon, but I'll give you 2 copies this way if you'd rather do that. All right, cool. Near Yuma is way different. I know it. So we're actually going to travel along the border together today. I'm not sure what the cell service is going to look like, but I am traveling over, as you know, so I can get these books that I ordered for you guys, because some of you had sent me, cash on either Venmo or Cash App, so I can sign a book and send it to you at your address. And if you still want to do that, that's cool. You've got some time. So let's say try to do it in the next week. If anybody wants a signed copy, send me at least $25. We'll call it good. Special thanks to people like Karen, who tipped me quite a bit more than that for writing the book. So thank you so much to Karen N. Really appreciate that. And to Thomas B, thank you so much for the 5-star review on Amazon. If any of you guys could give me positive reviews, it will sure help me sell copies of the book. And that'll help me stay on my mission out here with you guys. Even though I'm shadow banned all the way up, right? All the way up. Elon Musk has talked about this. And so now we're actually going to force YouTube to come into federal court and answer for what they've done. We're going to force YouTube to answer for it. But before we do all that, we're checking out the border. Look at this. These people are just meandering into Mexico. Pop around the wall, meander into Mexico. It's cool, right? You just walk right in and have a good time. You can't walk across that fence over there. Right, so you have to go through one of the pre-authorized areas. This is what the border looks like right here. All right, That's what it looks like, my friends. Then we come over here, and these are the checkpoints. This is where they're bringing people in, conducting their inspections and investigations. Over here is one of their facilities, like a processing facility, and they're doing a good job over there. And then they have like a vehicle staging area in the back. We got a sheriff coming up. He gave us a good wave. These guys are doing really hard work. They're doing good work down here on the border, and we have to support them however we can. I do have Rumble. Yeah, Birdie2Tweet, thanks for asking me. I'm Patriot X-Ray Vision on Rumble, and only like 100 of you guys follow me over there. That's why I'm on YouTube. Even though I'm shadow banned on YouTube, I can get the message out to many thousands of people this way. Oh, cool, guys. We might get an opportunity to speak with one of the law enforcement officers, which would be sweet. How's it going, sir? I'm doing great. Thank you. And it's beautiful weather. Beautiful. Would you be willing to talk with some Americans I have on a YouTube channel?
Due to my policy, man, that would have to be any type of media coverage would be through our admin.
Oh, I see. Okay. So do you need me to like take this and put it somewhere else or
I mean,
anything?
you have the right to record whatever you need to, man.
Cool.
I'm the only reason I'm out here
Yeah.
right now. Give me turn my phone on.
Yeah.
I know you're recording everything.
Yeah. I'll put it over here or something.
No, you're fine. I'll just explain why I'm out here. We got a
I'm
call.
John.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, deputy first. We got a call about somebody out here making threats. It's actually somebody that's watching your channel. They don't live here in New Mexico.
I believe it.
They said that you were saying that you're pointing your, or that you were bragging about pointing firearms at BBAs.
I encourage you to watch the video. Absolutely not. I have a Patriot channel, and
We're actually
Antifa
an
watches. Antifa tries to tear me down whenever they can. So anytime I go anywhere to speak with, like, I train law enforcement for my business.
Awesome.
Can I give you a business card?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. I train law enforcement at government agencies. You go to
We
USSOS.com.
checked out your YouTube channel, man. My sergeant checked it
Yeah.
out. He ran it back from the beginning. Sergeant
Cool.
Molina, actually, he's the one that checked it out.
Okay,
And
great.
He said that he didn't see any threats. He
All
said,
right, thank you.
Just
Yeah,
due
no, I'm
to our
supporting
policy-
you guys. I've been supporting you guys.
Yeah, due to our policy, we just figured I'd come out here and just talk to you and just, check it out. That way I can at least say I made contact
Good to
with you
go.
and clear out the call. Okay?
100%.
So I don't want to bug you anymore.
No, that's cool. Thank you very
Continue your
much.
Video, man, and you have a better day, all right?
What advice would you give to Americans? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but how can we make our country better? What should Americans know that we don't know? Especially maybe about the impact of some things that happened out here.
I don't really have advice to make America better, but what I will say is unity.
Unity,
Right?
good.
Everything's about unity. So.
Really good.
All
Thank
right,
you very
man.
much.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. All right, guys, so it looks like one of the Antifa people called and said that I was making threats and pointing weapons at officers, which of course is not the case. And it's really interesting that this happened because it documents the occurrence now in multiple states, right? It's not just when we're in, an area near DC, but somebody sees us being successful, having a great video, and so they called the sheriff and said that people were pointing weapons or threatening, which are of course lies. And then law enforcement resources, look, somebody in law enforcement has to come out here and inspect that. So what a terrible waste of time. And that's why people who associate with groups like Antifa are just the lowest form of scum in the United States of America. It's horrible that they would try to tear us apart instead of trying to build us together, like all of our comments have always said, right? Well, just one message for them. Just a little message for Antifa. Kiss my ass and buy my book. All right, sorry, that's it. I'll clean it up now, but just a little message for those little punks, you know what I mean? I'm right here, you guys know where I am, right? So, important that we show respect, right, to the people who are helping to keep us safe, right? They're good law enforcement officers, and they're horribly corrupt law enforcement officers. The ones I train, they're good guys, These are backcountry law enforcement officers like park rangers and game wardens, right? Customs and Border Patrol officers the same way. And I'd love for them to work with me as well. So I hope that those guys go on and buy my book so they can train their officers how to do a good job. And in fact, I was telling people that they should try to work for Borstar and Bortac. I wasn't threatening them, I was recruiting for them. And somebody tries to just tear us down with lies, man. That's America, I guess. You do something, no good deed goes unpunished, right? If it threatens a group that has some kind of social power. That is hilarious. All right, guys, well, this is the border. That sheriff was a gentleman. He was very nice. You can see somebody crossing over there by the mural. He's like, you can't interview me. And then he was like, well, but you can record what happens in public. And I was like, all right, that's all I need to know. Because he has a body camera, right? So to make ourselves safe, we always want to record these interactions, especially after what we saw in DC. And I can't wait to share the wording of the lawsuit with you guys. I'm going to share everything up front because it's all public once I file it. So I'm going to let you guys know what's coming. And I think the people who have taken steps to try to tear me down, now they see that I came back with this book, came back very strong and very credible. Now I'm coming back with you guys on the border. Boom, very strong, very credible. They all feel scared and threatened, so they're trying to tear us down, right? Like weak little, disgusting, honorless, cowardly creatures, right? But we're staying strong. And the good news is I have 2 more books that are going to be coming out one at a time. First, we had to build the very strong, credible foundation, and then the political books can come out after that. Here's someone else crossing, coming right over. So then the political books can come out. Lawsuits, I don't want to say too much right now. I want to read you guys in to the lawsuits, and I'm going to tell you about the different groups that we're going to bring into federal court, including DC Metropolitan Police. Can't wait to tell you guys about that. Oh, and Mayor Bowser and Officer Moore. We don't have to talk about it. I'll tell you guys later. But they're going to answer to their countrymen and to a judge in federal court. And YouTube's going to be in the room. It's going to be great. So even though you guys didn't get notified that I was live because of the shadow banning, which we're going to address in federal court because it's a First Amendment violation to subjectively suppress some free speech and not other free speech, right? That'll be addressed in federal court. Here's some other people coming in, going across, going a long way around. So didn't want to be on the camera, right? Zoop. Now you're on the camera. So you can see people just going across with bags. Who knows what they have? Maybe they did some shopping. Cool. And I know a lot of you sent me messages saying that you weren't notified. So what I'm actually going to end up needing, probably, depending on whether they try to settle it quickly or whether they want to go to trial, I might need witness statements from you guys saying that you were subscribed to me, but you didn't get notifications from July to now, you know, when I would go live. And I know that there are several of you. And I know that some of you guys get notified and some of you don't. So one way to address that is to unsubscribe and resubscribe. And sometimes that resets the little software clicks that they did. You got my book yesterday. Cool. Do you like it, Carrie? I hope you like it. Thank you so much for ordering my book. I really appreciate that. You can find it on Amazon, U.S. School of Survival. Okay, field manual. You can additionally go to my website, which is ussos.com. And again, we're right here on the border. They sent the sheriff out to see what the heck we were doing, right? Because somebody called and lied to law enforcement. Now, I hope they go after that person, right? You guys should call that sheriff's department, whatever it said on the vehicle, and be like, hey, are you going to go after the person that made the false report? Here's someone sneaking behind. I wonder if they're going to go after the person who made the false report. You know? They certainly have the technology to understand who called them, right? And where that person lives and what their name is. Because when you register a cell phone, it has a number that goes to the FCC. So they could just get that number, find out who that person is, and then they could go after them for making a false report to a law enforcement officer, which is what happened, right? They watched my whole video. It obviously didn't happen. So I hope that the local sheriff's department is going to go and hunt that person and put them in handcuffs and then throw them in a cage for wasting law enforcement's time, making a false report, crying wolf to a law enforcement officer. That's an Antifa tactic. Cry wolf to a law enforcement officer. A patriot tactic is just to show up. You know what I mean? Just to show up and see what's going on. So, I'm just saying. I wonder who it was, you know what I mean? It's just somebody who's never written a book. A lot of us, I hadn't written a book until I did, but all I'm saying is that we've built some wonderful credibility with that book. No one will be able to tear it down because it's the information that's been trained to Ivy League professors, law enforcement officers, colonels. You know, it's the highest level information you can get your hands on that you can still digest, and which is actually actionable. So I hope you guys will check that out. If you want a copy from me, just hit me on Cash App or on Venmo, at least $25, and I'll send you a copy when I get them on the 19th. Pretty cool, right? I think that this is wonderfully cool. And actually, I have some really good news on the social front. This is what the border looks like where I am here, guys. On the social front, there was somebody who was, I guess, dating or romantically involved with someone who you guys know. I'm not going to talk about that, but somebody who you know who posed as a patriot, who's really Antifa. And this person, you know, made some death threats against me and other things, but they've since apologized to me and said that they were just trying to protect, you know, their lover at the time. And he's kind of like, come clean on all that. So to that person, if he's watching, thank you very much for your maturity. I appreciate that. All right, looks pretty quiet now. Maybe the camera just kind of like slowed people down from wanting to check out the border. But this is what it looks like, guys. Right here on the border, this is the sign that says now leaving the United States of America. And this is where people are going across both ways right here. Pretty cool, right? You guys like it? Are you happy? We haven't gotten to hang out for a long time, and I thought that this would be, you know, a fun thing to do. And here's the thing, like, we joke about that, right? We're like, oh, like the critters or oh, Antifa or whatever. And they're all the same, right? They're all people who are trying to tear down people who are doing good things so that good things aren't being done, right? They just want negative things, disruptive things to happen. And so you just wonder, you don't wonder, you analyze the morals and the values that they're applying to their words and actions. And it's really sad, you know, you hope those people can get some of the care and the help that they really need. And so that's why I just want to operate on a little bit higher level now. We're going to be a little bit more intellectual on the channel. We're going to raise everyone's awareness. That's part of why I wrote the book for all of the patriots, because, you know, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm going to come up here. Right? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone, but as a patriot community, we all need to raise our levels of awareness and intelligence, right? The team that has more awareness and intelligence can make better informed decisions, and therefore they can act on more opportunities in a more effective way. So my point is, if we can all just try to work together to increase our intelligence by teaching each other, right? In my book, there's a whole chapter on how to teach other people the information, right? In a sticky, easy to remember way. So we have to improve and increase our intelligence. That will improve and increase our capability, which will give us more actionable opportunities, which will allow us to be more successful together. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Cool. Some people know what I mean. All right, so we talked to a law enforcement officer. We talked to some senior citizens. We talked to 2 adult couples, and we talked to a Mexican child. So this was a pretty good little border thing. I thought we were only going to be here for a few minutes, but I think that we had a really good time. And, you know, especially since the sheriff's deputy came over, I'm inclined to stay like 5 more hours. But I mean, this was the show. You know what I mean? We don't need to. There's no need really to stay too much longer. I will show you some more people who are crossing over here from Mexico into the United States, right over there. So you just walk in right along that wall. You just walk right in. And if they want to inspect you, they take you in here. And if you're not being inspected, you're over here. And again, if anybody's watching this show, just a quick note for these little Antifa punks. I have never been convicted of a crime. Never been convicted of a crime. So even when people try to lie, to trick people, to get them arrested and in trouble, and then they take that picture and try to get the person in trouble, and kiss my butt. All right, my ego died a long time ago. All right, so we're here to be effective. We're here to bring people together, and I really want you to be part of my channel, you know, but we just need to convert you first into somebody with an open mind and a good heart. And once you're somebody with an open mind and a good heart, you'll fit right in with us, okay? Good. What do you guys think? Okay, cool. It should be pretty good right now. If it's not, I can grab my iPhone, the other phone, and we can do it that way. How's it going? How are you? Thanks for your service, sir. Appreciate it. I'm a Marine. You know. Yeah, I'm a Marine. He was like, I don't know about this a-hole, but then he heard that.
Semper Fi, Marine.
I got a Patriot live stream. Hundreds of people watching right now on YouTube.
Is that right?
Can you tell them something about patriotism for America?
Well,
Just come on, you gotta tell them. Some of them are older. We don't need. Hey, it's a Marine. I found a Marine. What's your name, sir?
Mark.
Mark, I'm John.
I'm John. Hi, John.
I would like to say that the government takes better care of illegal aliens than it does the Marines. I'm still
That's what we're saying.
travel.
Yeah.
We still haven't gotten travel. 2 years ago, I put in for glasses. I finally took them to Mexico and got them in an hour and a half.
You're the second person to tell us you came here for medical care.
Yeah.
Why? Does that say Master Sergeant over
Yes,
there?
Master Sergeant.
Master Sergeant. Let me just hold on. I'll go to pray rest. Master Sergeant. What does that tell us about the America? I served in Iraq. You know, all my ancestors have served in the military. My grandfather in Vietnam and on Iwo Jima in World War II.
Oh, geez.
So we look at this.
Yeah.
I know you served. I see your Purple Heart, sir. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for your service and sacrifice.
I served 28 years in the Marines.
Oh my God.
Retired as a Master Sergeant. I served 3 continuous years in Vietnam with a Vietnamese unit, and I got 2 Purple Hearts out of that. And I don't care if it's a VA. I go to dental down here, even though I'm eligible for the VA, and it
Yes,
takes
sir.
forever to get it done.
Paperwork is
The
ridiculous.
paperwork is ridiculous.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, according to the VA's own data,
Yeah.
if you go to them for care, you're 33% more likely to kill yourself.
Yeah.
What does that tell you,
told them.
right?
I stay away from the VA.
Me too. Yes, sir.
I've already told the VA, why do veterans kill themselves? Because of the VA paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
And
Hey, Patriots, put some comments in here for this gentleman while he's talking so I can show him. Look, see all these smiley faces in these comments? These are all for you. And when you guys go home, you can go on Patriot X-Ray Vision. If y'all want to show some respect to an American veteran, put it in the chat right now, and I'll show him and his wife, right? Look, right here. Thank you for our freedom, sir. Right here. This person put a bunch of American flags. Oh, you got to salute. Look, all these American flags in hands. Thank you for your service. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you both for your service.
Yeah.
American flags everywhere. So when you go
my-
home,
my wife served just as much as I did. She had to endure the long.
If you're going to be here around 3 o'clock, you will see hundreds of Mexican kids coming from that direction because we take them back and forth from the border to America so they get a free education at the $16.5 million elementary school,
wait,
and we transport them back and forth if they live in Mexico. But they are anchor babies, so they're American citizens, guaranteed the right to have an education for not one dime.
so they cross the border daily to go to school, and then they cross back?
They even, yeah, and they haul them from Deming. They have a bus come from Deming, pick them up here,
We're paying.
take them to school up in Deming, and then in the evening bring them back, and then back again.
What the heck? What is the cost of this?
And, oh, thousands. And the school alone was $16.5 million, not counting the bus drivers back and forth, the teachers, the books, and a free lunch. But he can't get travel.
America needs help.
That's right.
We're turning into a socialist society,
That's right.
and it's not what our founding fathers envisioned for us.
Well, they envision the Second Amendment for right
Yes.
now.
That's right.
Everything is gone upside down. The illegal aliens have more rights than we do. If you confront them, you're in the wrong.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. How about that Arizona rancher?
Mhm.
There's a whole group. He's got $1 million bond and he's in jail, and his wife is out there in the middle of nothing in Arizona by herself. So they've got more rights. You can't touch them. You can't hold them. You can't hold them at gunpoint. They can sue you for your ranch.
What could the United States do from a policy perspective to help address this problem?
Stop rewarding bad behavior.
stop rewarding bad
Good.
behavior. Illegals
Good
come over
answer,
here,
I
they
guess.
get free medical, dental, cell phones,
They've cost us $8
subsidized
billion.
housing. I mean, they get more benefits than a disabled veteran would.
Yeah,
And we had disabled veterans, even regular veterans, living under bridges.
That's right.
on
and-
cardboard.
And these illegal, they come over and they get hotel rooms.
And now they're teed off because they have to leave. Really? How about you give a veteran a $200 a night Manhattan
This,
hotel?
That's right.
this is really bad. Our country is not what our founding fathers envisioned. And the politicians just absolutely ruining it because of their greed. Their little backroom deals
That's
with
right.
these pharmaceutical companies,
Mhm.
chemical companies.
You can't sue them, but they can put whatever they want into your body. And if you don't put that in your body, you can't continue to be a military
And they'll
officer.
That's
say,
right.
trust the science. This guy ate, drank, and got blown up on with Agent Orange. Not to worry. Not to worry. send them home with parasites.
I spent
Not
3
a
years.
problem.
Spent 3 years in country, and to come home and watch our country disintegrate like it is it's really discouraging.
What was your rank in Vietnam?
I was a sergeant, and I had a platoon of Vietnamese and a squad of Marines up along the militarized zone, and I was there for 3 years.
If you can't say, it's cool, but did your unit involve the number 3 at all? Your battalion?
We were just a small advisory unit to
Okay.
the local Vietnamese militia population.
My grandfather did some of that too, but he was, I think, a battalion sergeant major at the time.
Okay.
Dobbins was his name.
Yeah.
And you were probably there at the same time because he spent several years there.
Yeah.
Or a
66
few
to
years.
69.
Thank you for your service so much. What else can we tell Americans? What can Americans be doing now to help either prepare for what might be coming or to help strengthen the patriot community or to make our reality better? What is it that patriots at home across the United States, and you have more than a couple hundred watching you right now live, and thousands will see it. What can we do as patriots to
Get a
make our
hold
country
of
better?
your so-called representatives and demand action. We have to go back to the Constitution, not as interpreted by the politicians, but
There you go.
what our founding fathers. These people, they don't read the Constitution. They have no idea. They make up things and believe that's what the law should be.
Well said.
It's not right.
That's right.
Go back to what the founding fathers wanted for us. That's all I got to say. It's really disappointing the way things are turning out. But we have to keep on the fight, and we have to get these politicians, such as Chip Roy and all the others, get them in there. They're fighting for us, and we need
Right.
more like them.
Yes, sir.
John,
Ah!
Hoorah!
I like this Marine. Sir, it was awesome to meet you. Have a great one, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Very nice to meet you. See ya.
okay, what is your thing again?
Patriot X-ray vision.
Patriot-
We see through all the bullshit.
Yeah,
We see right through all the bullshit. Hoorah's right, sir. Oh, I motivate. That Marine motivates me. Look at that. Wasn't he cool? He's the real deal. That's the real deal right there, folks. Those are Americans. That's cool, right? What a wonderful conversation with some incredible Americans. Hey, sir, when you watch it later, make sure you click live chat replay and see what they said to you, okay? Click live chat replay on the video and you'll see what they wrote. How cool was that, guys? That was awesome. I mean, he gave me an hoorah. That was cool. That Master Sergeant gave me an hoorah. That was awesome. So he said at 3 p.m. we're going to see a huge line of children coming back from school, coming across the border. What time is it right now, guys? In New Mexico. God, what a cool conversation, huh? I thought that was awesome talking with that gentleman. That was really a highlight for me, getting to meet that family. Cool. So we got to talk to a law enforcement officer, a Mexican child, a veteran with 2 Purple Hearts and his wife, 2 couples who were going across for social reasons, and then another couple who was also going for medical reasons. So this veteran and his wife said he has 2 Purple Hearts. He spent 3 years in Vietnam commanding a Vietnamese platoon. And he can't even get health care in the United States of America, so he's had to go into Mexico to get health care. What does that tell you about the level, right, of health care provided to American veterans? What does it tell you? It tells you exactly what I've been telling you for months. Yeah, they were awesome. It's 3:19 in Pennsylvania. So what am I, 2 hours behind you? 1:19? Probably something like that. Super cool. So you guys have gotten to see what's going down here on the border. And this has been a very safe day, you know, a very safe area. And it's been wonderful to have all sorts of different conversations with people who are here for different reasons, right? Pursuing their freedoms in different ways. I don't know where that guy came from. He just popped into Mexico in the bright shirt. Probably came around this corner right here. But this is how it works. You just walk in, you walk out. Pretty good, right? So I'll show you some different areas of the border on my movement back to pick up the books that I ordered for you guys. And I want to reiterate that America is the greatest country in the world. We're a wonderful country. We just need to constantly be vigilant, not only towards others, but also towards ourselves, to ensure that we're always trying to self-improve as a nation and as American leaders so we can do as well as we can. Cool. So, and that was probably just some gear or something, but drove up in the golf cart, took a bag, handed the bag to this vehicle, and now this vehicle is driving in to Mexico with whatever's in the bag from the security officer and the security toss jacket. Interesting. All right. I think that's good for now. Oh, the Marine's back. Lock your body, everybody. Yeah.
Just want to give you my card.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to send you a message. All right. So sometimes it takes a couple hours for the live chat to come up. So all you do is you click this one. And this is, you watch an ad and that helps me buy diesel. So thanks. Sorry for the ad. It'll only air. Now we're done with ads. So we skip the ad. All right, and this is us. We're standing here talking right now on that camera. And here's the chat right here. So if you go way back in the chat, oh, cool, you got it live. You'll be able to get some of it, but not all of it. You'll only be able to get what was recently sent.
Okay.
But
We're old.
in a couple hours, it refreshes, and you'll be able to click the video, then click live chat, and you got it.
Glad you made it.
I'm gonna send you a message. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to say to you. Welcome home.
Yeah, same here, brother.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, to talk to you. Everyone agreed it was just a highlight. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I saw you evading until you heard
Anytime.
I was
Anytime.
Thank you, sir. Cool. What a cool guy. He came to give me his business card. I should give you guys his cell phone number so you could send him messages, like wonderfully supportive messages. But if I do that, somebody's gonna send a horrible message, you know. Some man queefer guy will send a terrible message. But super cool to get to meet this gentleman right here and his wife. That was just so cool. I'm gonna tell him to look for my Marine flag on the way out. All right, cool, everybody. I was just telling him to go check out my truck with the Marine Corps flag on it back there so he could just get a little bit more motivation on the way out. And, you know, there he goes in his red Jeep. He goes, oh, that was you I was honking at earlier. So cool. All right, this was a good day, right? I hope you guys had fun down here on the Mexican border. We're going to go take a little break because I'm hungry. And then maybe I'll be able to show you everybody coming back after school. Okay? So I'm going to cut it off right there. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this show. And I hope that you were able to learn something. I was able to learn something when we talked to the different groups. So who do we talk to? Different policy actors, right? Primary source intelligence. We talked to a law enforcement officer, some families from America, a Mexican child, and then some American veterans as well. All right, I love you guys. Hope you have a good one. Coming at you from the border, right? And I'll try to get back on this afternoon to show you some of the kids coming back, because the kids in Mexico come here, they go to school, then they go back to Mexico. Okay? Talk to you guys later. I love you. Have a great day.